You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Folks, big news out of the FDA today. They announced that they're putting a halt right now to the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine because 6 cases of blood clots forming. Now, some people are saying, okay, what's the big deal? 6 cases, you've had 7 million doses that actually have been administered. Well, here's the statement from Johnson & Johnson. The safety and well-being of the people who use our products is our #1 priority. We are aware of an extremely rare disorder involving people with blood clots in combination with low platelets in a small number of individuals who have received our COVID-19 vaccine. The United States Center for Disease Control and the Food and Drug Administration are reviewing data involving 6 reported U.S. cases out of more than 6.8 million doses administered. Out of an abundance of caution, the CDC and FDA have recommended a pause in the use of our vaccine. Dr. Tate, of course, in addition, we've been reviewing these cases with European health authorities. We have made the decision to proactively delay the rollout of our vaccine in Europe. We have been working closely with medical experts and health authorities, and we strongly support the open communication of this information to healthcare professionals and the public, okay? The CDC and FDA have made information available about proper recognition and management due to the unique treatment required with this type of blood clot. The health authorities advise that people who have received our COVID-19 vaccine and develop severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, or shortness of breath within 3 weeks after vaccination should contact their health care provider. We're joined now by Dr. Tyson Bell. He's a critical care and infectious disease specialist with the University of Virginia. Dr. Bell, Dr. Ebony Hilton, and others took one of the COVID vaccines early. If I'm correct, you get the Pfizer shot, right?
That's right.
Okay, so you had the Pfizer shot. I completed my second Moderna shot on Friday. So explain to the people, all these armchair, doctors out here. I saw this ridiculous tweet from Nate Silver, of course, who's supposed to be a pollster expert, complaining that this makes no sense to not administer this, and this is going to cause people not to trust the vaccine when only 6 people have developed blood clots out of 6.8 million doses being administered. Was this a smart decision by the FDA, the CDC, and Johnson & Johnson? And explain what this means.
Well, I will say that my initial reaction to the news was similar to yours, that this is a rare circumstance. The vaccine clearly has a benefit when it comes to protecting from death from COVID-19. But as I understood the decision-making process behind it, I came around and I actually agree and think it's the right decision for 3 main reasons. So first, you did mention the incidence of these blood clots are very rare, about 1 in a million. But it is important for clinicians to know how to treat them because the normal heparin products that we would use for blood clots, they could potentially make this worse. So it's important to get that information out. Second, the pause allows for us to really take a look at a focused way to get more information. There might be more cases. We don't know at this point. I hope there aren't a lot more, but it allows a chance to really take a look at the data and see if there are more cases or if they're in different kinds of people. The cases that were described were all in women between the ages of 18 and 48 years old, but we may be able to learn some more information. And then the third, we talked so much about how speed and equity are really priorities for the vaccine rollout. But really, at the end of the day, we need to make sure that this is a safe and effective product. And the vaccine monitoring system that the CDC put in place, it worked exactly the way it's supposed to. And when we see these signals, even if they're rare, if they're potentially fatal, it's something that we should look into. And ultimately, that's how we ensure that there's vaccine confidence in the public.
Okay, and so in reading that, when I hear that, I mean, what they're saying is like, hey, folks, how we normally treat blood clots not working. So we got to walk ourselves way through this. And again, for the people who say, oh, this is a shame. It's going to cause people not to trust vaccines. First of all, we have 3. There's Moderna, there's Johnson & Johnson, there's, of course, Pfizer, and then in Europe is AstraZeneca, correct?
That's right.
Okay, and so this to me, are folks saying, hey, no, we're going to be extra cautious. Let's study the data.
That's right. I don't believe that pausing the rollout for Johnson & Johnson is an indictment of the vaccine. It's really an effort to make sure that we're being very careful in investigating the data to make sure that we understand fully what this rare complication is. And then ultimately, I don't anticipate that it'll be pulled completely, but I do think that there may be an adjustment into which patient populations it'll be recommended for who may be at higher risk of this rare complication.
All right, then. Dr. Tyson Bell, we surely appreciate it. Thank you so very much for letting us know about this. And again, look, I've encouraged folks to take the vaccine. There are a lot of people out there who say, hey, I don't want to. But the bottom line is this here. We see what this has done to a lot of people. I was reading a tweet the other day from Dr. Walter Kimbrough, who's the president of Dillard University. He announced on March 28th that his brother, who was 51 years old, had gotten COVID. Yesterday, he tweeted his brother had passed away as a result, and because he said he had a pre-existing condition, he was obese, he had developed blood clots as a result of COVID, and passed away just a few days later.
Exactly. The risk of COVID-19 far outweighs the potential risk of the vaccines at this point. Your risk of getting a blood clot from having COVID is around 1 in 5 or 20%. So, these are sorts of things we need to keep in mind. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that every product that's out there is safe.
All right, then. Dr. Bell, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have, you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.